Hi everybody, I'm Kalita, and today we're going to brew Southern Weather on the Kalita Wave. This recipe is going to use 25 grams of coffee, ground medium fine, a little bit finer than you would do for a regular drip coffee pod. And we're going to use 400 grams of water set to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to need a few things. We're going to need a Kalita Wave with your paper filter, a decanter, a gram scale with a timer or a secondary timer. You'll need your coffee mug, and you'll need a gooseneck kettle, preferably with a variable temperature so you can set that to that 205 degrees Fahrenheit. If not, you can use water that's just off of boiling. This recipe is split into 6 different pours, and it's built to be very balanced, highlighting the brightness, sweetness, and texture of a coffee on the Kalita Wave. First thing we're going to do is wet our filter. Just gently hold that paper filter in place, pour straight into the middle, and then lightly rinse the edges. This waved shape is how the Kalita Wave gets its name, and it's important for them to maintain their structure even when you rinse. When that's finished draining, I like to use this extra water to preheat my mug. All right, let's dose our coffee. That's 25 grams right into your Kalita. Shake that brewer flat so you have a nice flat, even brew bed before you start. Tare your scale, set your timer to 0, and you're ready to go. Our first pour is going to be 50 grams. This is our bloom. I'm going to pour really light, saturate this coffee bed. All right, let's start our timer and pour. Light, starting in the middle, working our way to the outside, touching all of this coffee, stopping when we reach 50 grams. We're gonna let this bloom or rest for 30 seconds. This is an important stage of our brewing. It's degassing our coffee, that's why we call it the bloom. You'll notice it bubble up. At 30 seconds, I'm gonna pour heavy, even circles to 150. Drop in the middle, work our way to the outside until I reach 150 grams. At 45 seconds, I pour again, this time to 220. Drop in the middle. Again, even circles, working my way to the outside edge of the interior portion of this filter. Pouring evenly across this coffee. At 1 minute and 15 seconds, I'm going to pour another 60 grams to 280. Drop, even pouring. At this stage, I'm watching this water level, and these time frames are going to be like guidelines. This is the recipe we use in our cafe, and you can use this for a wide range of different coffees with really great results. At 140, I'm pouring again, this time to 340. And at 2 minutes, I'm gonna finish this off to 400 grams. This coffee should drain in about 3.5 minutes. If Southern Weather drains too quickly, at around 3 minutes, it's gonna taste very tart, a little bit salty, with a more pithy citrus note. Not much chocolate, and not much aftertaste. It's going to be fairly weak, and its predominant notes are going to be tart and salty. If Southern Weather drains too long, closer to 4 minutes, milk chocolate transitions into this dark baker's chocolate. It's going to be bitter and drying, and we're going to lose that sweet plum and citrus notes, and instead, This is going to be more like a citrus cough syrup. It's kind of there in terms of flavor and sweetness, but it's just masked with all sorts of bitterness and unpleasant notes. And so, around 3:15 to 3.5 minutes is our target with Southern Weather. When we're in this range, it's gonna taste like sweet, creamy milk chocolate, plum. It's gonna be sweet and nutty like candied walnuts. And we'll experience a juicy and citric finish. We're counting this drain, not only when it's completely drained through the top of the coffee, but when we finish draining out the bottom of this. Be sure to dump your preheat water. Serve and enjoy.